Nicolas Adamopous. This guy, you see, I don't do this for fun. Actually, yes, I do this for fun because it's fun for me. But secondly, because he makes it too damned easy. People like Nick Adams make it so easy for me to bang on him. Because he posts some of the stupidest shit that you can ever imagine. Mr. Adamopoulos decided to post this on Facebook. The president has done nothing wrong in this witch hunt. His only crime, loving his country too much. None of this has been witch hunts, Nikki. But if it were a witch hunt, now I'll argue this point to you. If it were a witch hunt, we got all the motherfucking witches out there. Donald Trump has been proven to be culpable on many of the charges against him. The evidence is pointing right at that fake toupee of his. This isn't a witch hunt. This is a criminal investigation. Criminal investigations, it's plural instead of singular, that have bared a lot of fruit against Donald Trump. Now, as for loving his country too much, so a person who loves his country too much with fake bone spurs to get out of serving his country in the time of war, or at the very least not have the courage to speak out against that particular war, Vietnam, I mean. So a person who loves his country too much, as President of the United States at that time, would visit the memorial of the war dead at Belleau Wood, the Marines at Belleau Wood, and say openly that those who died in war are losers and suckers. So loving your country too much includes, regardless of whatever political feelings you have about him, down-talking a former U.S. naval officer who was also a POW during the war you avoided. Cowardly avoided, let me put it that way. So loving your country too much would be advocating for the end of the document that governs this country, the Constitution of the United States, because you lost an election. So loving your country means after you lost that election is to push a terrorist attack on your own country because you lost an election. Because it was proven you lost an election. So loving your country too much is to advocate for the worst people in this country, the racists, the Ku Klux Klan, the neo-Nazis, and even acting as their defense attorney, as you did, saying there's violence on many sides, and an occasion where the violence was coming from only one side. And of course, I'm talking about Charlottesville. So loving your country will be telling an NFL football quarterback, regardless of how you feel about him on the field, to get that, using your words, Trump, get that son of a bitch out of here. He's fired. All because he took a silent knee during the national anthem to protest the unfair treatment and murder of Afro-Americans and minorities in this country by law enforcement. So loving your country too much means you advocate for other adversarial countries like North Korea and Russia over your own country. That's loving your country too much. And most importantly, loving your country means threatening retribution and revenge on an entire country, all because a good portion of us didn't vote for you. But that's loving your country too much, isn't it, Nicolas Adamopoulos? It must be incredibly difficult for you, Nicholas, to have joy in your life. Because honestly, you're a joyless person. And not because you don't do anything else with your life, it's because you devoted yourself to a man. You're a joyless man, Nicholas, and I feel so incredibly sorry for you that this is the only thing you can find joy in, propping up a lunatic. Get yourself a wife or at least a girlfriend, because the longer you do posts like this, the harder people like me are going to be on you. Because this isn't about supporting a man, this is about devotion. And I think it's pretty damn sick. You need to get some help, Nicolas Adamopous. You really do. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.